We're talking about Knowledge of the Future in movies, YouTube channel, Easter Egg Psychic. The 1960 science fiction film Beyond the Time Barrier. This cast included Robert Clarke, Darlene Tompkins, Arianne Arden, Vladimir Sokoloff, Stephen Bekassy, and John Van Dreelen. In this, U.S. Air Force test pilot Major Bill Allison flies a new experimental aircraft, the X-80. So he flies up and something unknown happens, and when he lands back at his airbase, he finds it in disrepair, vacated, and in a total shambles. He later finds out that he's traveled in time from 1960 to the future year of 2024. After looking at this movie, I believe that there may be some hints to key events that would take place in the year that I'm recording this. It's July 19th, 2024. Alright, so looking through this, I noticed some familiar shapes and elements of the classic Nintendo video game, The Legend of Zelda. This long-running series began in 1986. It's an action-adventure fantasy game with role-playing elements, a sword and sorcery setting. Think Dungeons and Dragons or the books of author J.R.R. Tolkien. The game was released for the Famicom home computer in Japan and the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, video game console in America. Hugely popular game, selling over 6.5 million copies. It regularly makes the list of among the most popular video game titles of all time. Alright, so clues to Zelda in Beyond the Time Barrier. There are geometric shapes that form the walls, doorways, and architecture of the future society. These appear as pyramids, triangles, and diamonds. The triangular shape should be familiar to fans and players of The Legend of Zelda. This is the shape of the Triforce, a magical power artifact item. This is broken up into several pieces, hidden in labyrinthine dungeons guarded by monsters throughout the video game, and the player must collect these, put them together in order to win the game. Another weird thing I noticed in this movie was the presence and use of ladders, even in places where it didn't make so much sense. There's a ladder behind the pilot, Allison, when he's stunned and brought before the future administrators of the Survivor Society. In another scene where the scientific and military figures who crossed over from the past into the future timeline do their work and research. You can see this about 30 minutes into the movie. There's a set of stairs or steps here, the kind that you walk up, often leading to houses and such. Here a wide staircase leads up to apparently nothing in particular, and there's a ladder leaning against them. Now, interestingly, a ladder is an item that the player can acquire in Zelda, and you can find it in the level 4 dungeon, also called the Snake. And those that have played this, it's located in a hidden room. You have to move a block in order to access a hidden staircase. Once you get the ladder, you can then cross over some of the pits and spaces and basically inaccessible areas spread throughout the dungeons and the overworld. My YouTube channel is Easter Egg Psychic. There I go back, I look at movies and television from the past. I analyze these for possible references to future media. These may appear in the form of anecdotes, idioms, anagrams, hidden in the subtext of the work in question. I also use an unconventional method where I look at the likenesses of the actors. And what I found is you can take the likenesses, Match these up to some of the anecdotal items and show past, present, and future information about actors and other personalities who may resemble the personalities in the movie or television episode that you're watching. My email contact is eastereggguy, that's GUY, @yahoo.com. Thanks for watching.